What is going on, guys? This is your host RealSykes, and welcome to today's Call of Duty Advanced Warfare video. Now, in today's AW video, I wanted to show you guys some really easy tips to improve your gun game and even overall win-loss ratio by playing the game mode called Uplink. I always find myself losing simply because my teammates have no idea what they're doing. So in today's video, I'll be showing you guys a few tips that I've picked up along the way from playing ranked play and from watching professionals even play the game. But that's it, guys. Without further ado, let's dive into today's AW video. Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Now, I've been playing Uplink recently, and it's really fun, especially in ranked play when you guys have a full-on 4 versus 4, and you guys are all using communication. It's very addictive, it's very fun, and alongside that, it's just overall a very competitive game mode, trying to prevent the enemy from capping the objectives. It's really fun. So for those of you that don't know what Uplink is, it's very, very similar to Capture the Flag. You guys essentially have the ball that drops down in the middle of the map. Whatever team picks it up, if it's you, then your goal is to take it to their spawn and cap it, and vice versa. And you guys can get killed along the way. They can pick the ball up and then keep doing it over and over. The objective is to get as many points as you can, and whoever gets to, if I'm not mistaken, 20 or the match timer ending actually wins. So it's all about based on points. So that's it, guys. Let's dive into tip number 1. Alright, so when you guys are playing Uplink, you guys will notice that if you ever pick up the ball, you guys will see some notifications on the bottom. It says throw to press LT or pass by pressing RT, and then depending on whatever console, or if you guys are playing on PC, it should say pass or throw. Now, for those of you that don't know what throw is where you guys can throw it randomly, whether it's outside of the map, you guys can throw it inside of the objective, or you guys can pass it to your friend. So, for example, if somebody's sitting there and they're on your team, and they're sitting there right by the objective, simply throw it to them, guys. And dodge and jump over bullets and try to pretend like you guys are the Matrix. Simply pass it to your friend by pressing LT, and that way you guys can get a higher percentile of actually capping the objective. I always get into games where people are trying to act like Rambo and cap the objective. It's not even worth the 50 points. Simply pass it to your friend, and that's it. It doesn't matter how far away you guys are. It doesn't matter if you guys are aiming up, down. Once you guys press LT to pass it to your friend, it like levitates to them. So make sure that you guys press LT if they're by the objective. With that said, guys, let's dive into tip number 2. Alright, so resetting the drone. I see people doing this all of the time. So when you guys are in a game, and for example, the enemy has gotten the ball and they're getting ready to cap it in your objective, and you guys kill them, the ball will drop. I always see people trying to get that ball from one side of the map to the other. Now let me be honest, 9 times out of 10, this will never, and I mean never, work. So what you guys want to do is if you kill the enemy in your spawn, pick up the ball and throw it outside of the map. What this is going to do, it's going to reset the satellite drone and the ball will no longer be there. After about 5 seconds, it will reset and the ball will go back to the middle of the map. Make sure that you guys do this. As I said in the previous step, don't try to act like Rambo, guys. It's literally not even worth it. It's all about winning. So what you guys want to do is simply reset the drone as much as you possibly can. In one game, I usually reset it about anywhere from 5 to 10 times. It's so worth it, guys. So make sure that you do that. So that's it, guys. Let's dive into tip number 3. So what's the difference between throwing the ball in the uplink station versus actually dunking it inside of it? I like to call it dunking or actually running inside the red orb. So what's the difference between one or the other? So for those of you that don't know, throwing it in the orb gets you 1 point, and actually dunking it or running inside the red orb gets you 2. Now the reason for this is because by throwing it in there, you have about an 80% chance of always getting it in there, versus whereas when you're trying to dunk it, you have about a 50-50 chance, especially if you guys are playing against mediocre players. If you guys are playing against really, really good players, the chances of you actually dunking it is very slim. So, you know, guys, if you want to throw it in there or even dunk it, that's really on you. But if you guys have a teammate that's by there, as we said in tip number 1, simply throw it to them. But that's it. Let's dive into tip number 4. Alright guys, so I always see people doing this, is when I cap the ball, people always never run alongside with me. They always run somewhere else. They always go back to their spawn. They're always so worried about kills. So when you guys get the bomb or the ball or what have you, or even your friend gets it, simply run alongside him. You guys always want to do this because if they get murdered or they get killed, either the ball will be reset or the enemy will pick it up and he will try to cap it. So always run alongside him, that way if he dies, you guys can easily kill all of the surrounding enemies, pick up the ball, and go cap it or reset it. It's always important to do that, guys. Alright, that's it, guys. Let's dive into the last tip of today's video. Alrighty guys, so camping the ball. Very important to camp the ball. Now what I mean by this is after you guys have capped it, make sure that you guys run way back to the middle of the map and sit there and wait on the ball, because 9 times out of 10, the enemies are always doing this. If you guys have ever noticed, the exact second the ball is reset, the enemies already have it. So make sure that you guys are always camping the ball. That way as soon as it's reset, you guys can grab it and go ahead and cap it. But that's it, guys. That brings today's tips to a wrap. If you guys would like to see more tips like these, make sure to support the video by clicking that like button. I really enjoyed putting all these clips together and showing you guys how to improve your game in Uplink. But as always, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, remember to watch some of the others. For example, these 3. This has been your host, RealSykes, and I will talk to you absolutely sexy people later.